Thank you very much. Please get seated. For giving us this opportunity today. And also it's an opportunity to thank everybody, especially those who are able to make it to this place, and those who contributed in one way or another in making this event a success. Let me also particularly thank the members of the press, our good friends. Your Excellencies, my friends were always trying to convince me to celebrate my birthday. But it was only in that I accepted to be celebrating the birthday. And my main reason of celebrating it is to give myself a target on what I can do for humanity. And I'm so happy that in the last few years, especially when I started this celebration in 2019, we started recording some of the projects and programs that we are doing for the people of this country and beyond. I'm so happy that some of the beneficiaries of these programs came here and told us, and through the media, of course, Nigerians. Let me thank our beneficiaries, the scholarship beneficiaries, especially the 3,000 of them who benefited in 4 years from 2011 to 2015. And I'm so happy and very proud of all of you. Many of them wanted to come. I told them that just few of them are okay. And of course, those that were being sponsored by our foundation, the Kwankwaso Development Foundation, sponsored immediately after the 2019 election. I'm happy to say that in the 2019 election in Kano, when we had no governors serving or former in our group, no minister serving or former, no even ambassador and other positions, just these young men and women in Kano State were able to win our election for the governorship in Kano. And that was why I was encouraged to the extent of creating big scholarship scheme for our young men and women. When we advertised in 2019, believing that there are few people with first class, because in our first scholarship, we said anybody with first class, we exhausted them in Kano. Second class upper, we exhausted them. We were on 2-2, second class, lower level, when I left the government in 2015, and that's when we had this over 3,000 of them going to 14 countries across the world. I'm also happy that we sponsor students in Nigerian private universities. Al-Kalam University, 412, or Ibnidian University, about 300, Crescent University, 200, of course, Bells University, 300, ABT, and so on. We all sponsored. That is in addition to the 2 universities we created, and of course, 26 institutes that we established in Kano in 4 years, that were being mentioned earlier on by the professor. So I felt the best investment for any politician is education. Because our strength in Kano, in northern Nigeria and Nigeria, is mainly because of education. We were able to feed our children in primary schools, train and retrain our teachers, gave them all what they required. And in fact, today, they have an association of those who collected our uniforms in primary schools, who are fed in primary schools, and so on and so on. And they're running into millions. They're there in Kano. And that was why in 2019, after election, I was so impressed, and I decided that our foundation should sponsor more people, both within and outside the country. For the outside, for the foreign scholarship, when we advertised, we have over 400 who applied with first class in Kano. And before you know it, we screened and screened, and we came up with 370. I'm so happy they have all graduated. They are all back to Nigeria. Some are in their various countries. So we thank Almighty God. And of course, I thank all my brothers and sisters, my friends across the country who supported the foundation. But the good thing, which I think is good to mention here, I realized I have few things that I didn't need. And I had to sell almost all things that I didn't directly require for myself to do this scholarship. And in 2019, for humanity, we established the Nefisat College of Nursing and Midwifery in my village in Kano State, in Kwankwaso. They are all female, and of course under the foundation, and it's very well subsidized, and so on and so forth. In 2020, that's when we established our radio station in Kano, the Nasara FM radio, and of course we established a nomadic school in one of the remotest part of Kano. And the interesting thing was that when we established the school, at the middle of nowhere, 100% nomadic Fulani, the first admission was over 400 children. 400 in the middle of nowhere, mainly on my farm in Kano. That means everybody, including the Fulanis, want to go to school in this country. The only thing is they are not being given the opportunity. 2011, we established a sanatorium in Kano that have to do with the rehabilitation of drug users, and of course depression and depression management and reformatory center. And of course the same year we built Musa Kwankwaso Jumat Mosque, and of course at Rikadawa we did boreholes and so on. And 2000, and same year in 2021 we built a school, of course in Bandara, in Nasarawa local government of Nasarawa State, and that's when we started the Mewar scholarship, which as we are told, as we have seen also, we decided to give 4 scholarships to each state, 2 boys, 2 girls. I'm happy that many of our Kwankwaso supporters across the country were not very happy with restricting our scholarship in those years to Kano. And we tried to explain that as governor, we were restricting it to Kano. But I'm also happy to say, in the 3,000 scholarship in 4 years in Kano, there is no state in this country that did not benefit from that scholarship. All of them. We have people from all over the country who live in Kano. Our scholarship was not scholarship for indigenous. It was a scholarship for residents, people who are living in Kano, because we believe in the fact that where you live is your home. And this year, I'm happy we opened another Jumat Mosque, of course in the name of my late father who died in the year 2020. And also we constructed a primary school in Norawa in Kano local government. what is important for us to note, and I think it's very important for us to take note of some of the details that has happened. That school was, at that time, for the last 30 years, that village had no school, because the school collapsed exactly 30 years ago, and the children were not going to school. And I'm happy to say, just a few days ago, when we went to commission the school, we also had over 400 kids that were in that village and surrounding. And I'm happy that we are able to do that. So, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we will continue to do whatever we can as individuals and as groups, as Kwankwaso, as members of the NNPP, and all other well-wishers for the good of this country. And let me, at this point, say that I thank all our candidates that are here, gubernatorial, senatorial, of course, House of Reps, State Assembly, everybody who is here to celebrate with us. And I'm also happy to say that after this meeting, we have some people that have been invited for a meeting to look at some of the documents that we have, the candidates that have been invited, the party, and of course, very senior stakeholders to our next meeting. And tomorrow, we are also coming to unveil our own blueprint, and we are inviting everybody to come, and I'm sure Nigerians will be very happy with our blueprint, because this is made out of practical experiences in politics, in governance, civil service, and so on. So once again, thank you very much for coming, and God bless all of you. Thank you.